Good morning, Leo men. Welcome back to Will's Cartomancy Tarot. Hey, gentlemen, what I like to do is go on and give you a romantic, specific base reading that will be valid until the end of this month. I'm sorry, the end of this year. I'm going to be using my Lenormand's deck, gentlemen. I've already shuffled, and the cards are illustrated as we see here, gentlemen. I'm also going to utilize a few additional oracle decks to give you a bit more parting advice into your situation, gentlemen. And again, gentlemen, this reading basically is to kind of reveal to you the predominant female energy that seems to be coming towards you time and time again this year. Okay? So, gentlemen, if this reading resonates with you, go on and give it a big thumbs up. If you have yet to subscribe to my channel, please take a few moments to do so now. Okay? Gentlemen, let's go on and get started, okay? Just by examining these cards, gentlemen, I feel that the female that I'm kind of seeing that's coming towards you, she appears to me, gentlemen, to be a bit fit and very active, gentlemen. She's very sexual too, I'm feeling, okay? I'm also getting an indication that she might even be single and kind of reserved or a bit distant at this moment. And I kind of feel that she seems to be going through a bit of a crisis, or she's feeling lonely or kind of hurt or distressed in some way, okay? Now, this could be your wife, or it could potentially even be your friend, or it could potentially be a woman that, that you've been dealing with, okay? But she appears, gentlemen, to be a bit sneaky, I'm feeling, and deceptive, and she seems to work a lot, okay? I'm also getting a sense that she's a bit educated, and she's seems to me that I'm kind of, for some of you, it looks like she was either born abroad or maybe educated abroad, okay? She might even be like maybe a flight attendant for some of you, but I'm kind of getting a very, very exotic look, gentlemen, okay? She seems to be very needy, whiny type female, you know what I'm saying? I'm kind of feeling that she's, again, for some of you, very athletic, but I'm kind of feeling that the things that you're going through seems to be karmically linked, okay? I'm also seeing a lot of verbal abuse or arguments, surrounding these women, okay? I'm getting a sense, too, gentlemen, that I'm feeling that for some of you, she might even be a teacher, a professor, or a consultant of some sort. But I'm kind of feeling, gentlemen, as I said, that she's a very smart woman. And I'm picking up something as it relates to accounting studies or investment, or even, gentlemen, some type of working in nutrition or food in some way too, gentlemen, when you're looking at some of those connections that I'm kind of seeing there, okay? I'm also seeing something too, for some of you, she might even be like a Red Cross type employee, but I'm feeling that the job that she's working seems to be very, it looks like it's very stressful, it's difficult, it's a lot of difficulty surrounding it. And I'm also picking up something involving physical therapy studies or even geology, okay? So, gentlemen, let's go on and get started, and I'd like to go on and examine the card, gentlemen, that fell to the bottom of the deck here. We have the House card. And gentlemen, this card is all about stability and domestic affairs of all sorts. And it usually draws our attention to earth-type signs, gentlemen. The Virgo, Taurus, and or Capricorn, as well as water signs, okay? Cancer, Pisces, okay? And or Scorpios. So, gentlemen, this card says that this woman, she appears to me to be very grounded and appears financially secure for some of you, okay? It looks like that she's very family-oriented. And she might even be a bit stubborn, gentlemen, and overly protective, when you're seeing that card there. Okay? I'm kind of picking up light to medium brown hair. And I'm getting a sense, for some of you that she appears to be solidly built, and she might even be involved, gentlemen, in real estate or be a realtor of some sort. But in something in property, I'm kind of feeling that for some of you, might be involved in. Okay? Gentlemen, I also kind of picking up too, gentlemen, a sense that she's also, it seems like it's a karmic type friendship. I'm picking up a water type signs as well, gentlemen. And it seems to me that it looks like this woman seems to be an ex-flame or someone that you kind of know well, and there appears to be a strong karmic bond between the two of you. So it looks like that it's probably more than likely someone that you've been dealing with that's kind of resurfacing, or she may already be in your life. And I'm kind of feeling that even for some of you, she might even be a police officer, okay? And she might even, as I said, you know, along with the other coloring and features that I've described, she might even have brown eyes or medium hair type coloring, okay? I'm kind of getting a sense, gentlemen, that she's very, I'm getting a sense that she's very immature, or she's very petite. And for short, I'm kind of seeing a shorter type petite woman, you know, that seems to be occurring in this reading, okay? And she seems a bit naive or have a small body frame. I'm kind of picking up two different types of frames of women, okay? And she might even, again, in a sense, even might be a stalker in some sense, because there's a strong indication, gentlemen, that she might be a bit mentally challenged, and she might even, gentlemen, for some of you, be a student, okay? Okay, gentlemen, let's go on and get started with this whip card here, okay? And gentlemen, a lot of these cards that I'm discussing at present is more so past related, okay? So this whip card, gentlemen, is all about problems and arguments and separations of all sorts. And it connects us with both the water type signs, gentlemen, as well as the air signs, okay? The Gemini, Libra, you know, and or Aquarius. So gentlemen, this card says that, you know, really, although that this woman appears to be quite attractive, she has a very mean side to her and probably a stinging tongue, you know. She might even be on drugs and kind of drinks heavily too, gentlemen, with this card, because I'm feeling a very competitive type nature. But this card certainly shows that you will in fact enjoy having sex with her, and she might even be, as I said to you, someone that stalks you, or she could potentially, like I said, be a cheater. Is a strong indication of that, okay? Your next card, gentlemen, is the Mountain card. And gentlemen, this card is certainly all about obstacles, problems, and blocks, and hurdles, you know? And it connects us with earth type signs, once again. You know, the Capricorns, Taurus, and Virgos, as well as fire signs, gentlemen. Leo as yourself, you know, Sagittarius, and Aries. So this card, gentlemen, further emphasizes some of her negative qualities, showing that, gentlemen, she's very harsh, mean, and uncooperative at some times, okay? I'm also getting a sense that she appears a bit shy, lonely, and might be a bit single at this point. Gentlemen, I'm kind of picking up both perhaps an older type woman as well as a younger type woman, or a young-looking type woman, okay? I also see that this woman is, you know, of course, you know, as I discussed, she appears to be a bit older than you, okay? And as I suggested, you have multiple women that seems to be in your reading, okay? Let's move right along to your next card, gentlemen. We have that Cross card. And gentlemen, this card is all about fate, you know, hardships, worries, and difficulties that, you know, that tend to arise time and time again. And gentlemen, the rulers of this card are Pluto and Neptune, and it draws our attention, gentlemen, right back to those fire signs again, Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. So, gentlemen, this card certainly says that this woman she seems to be experiencing some form of hardship at present, and she kind of thinks negatively. And it looks like this might be something that might be kind of pervading the whole year, throughout the whole year, okay? She's a complainer. It looks like she complains a lot, and she appears a, you know, sad or bitter person who feels guilty about something, I'm feeling, and appears very needy, you know, with that card, okay? She might even be sick, gentlemen. I'm kind of feeling a slender, bitter, and very reserved type person who might be an examiner of some sort, or she may work in religion, okay, in some sort. Your next card here is the Bear card, and this card is all about power, strength, and cash windfalls, okay? And the ruler of this card is Jupiter, and it draws our attention to earth signs. And earth signs, of course, gentlemen, is Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. This card says that she's overprotective, controlling, and quite possibly a bit athletic. She might also have an overweight problem. She's possibly a financial consultant, gentlemen, and I feel that she's kind of very caring with this card. And she could be a bit stalked. She's a director, a judge, a lawyer, and she appears to be a bit older, as I suggested, gentlemen. The next card here is the woman card, okay? So it's really no further indication of recognizing who that is because that's shown there to represent her, okay? Now we have this bird card, gentlemen, and this card, gentlemen, is all about communication of all sort, via texting, Facebook, or calling, you know, any type of telephonic communication. And it connects us again to fire and earth type signs. So this woman might already be, as I said, someone that you've kind of been having some form of communication with, or someone with whom you're waiting to have some type of communication, okay? And she could even potentially be a telephone operator, or a recording engineer, or even, gentlemen, work in like a media type related career. So this card says, gentlemen, that once again, that this woman, she certainly is very communicative, and she might be involved, as I said, in, you know, public relations or sales, or she could even potentially, gentlemen, be a mediator, or potentially with this card, even a lawyer, okay? Gentlemen, the next card that we're looking at here is the Fox card, gentlemen. And gentlemen, that card is all about our career. You know, it's all about lies and manipulation. And once again, draws our attention to fire signs, Leos, Aries, and Sagittarius. So, gentlemen, this card says that this woman might, as I suggested from observations from the onset, but might be a bit sneaky. You know, she appears very, very street smart. And gentlemen, with this card, it looks like that, you know, she certainly is a workaholic. I'm kind of feeling it. I'm kind of getting the sense that, you know, as I, you know, suggested previously, that she's a bit short, okay, or have a petite or short type frame. So, gentlemen, in any event, you know, I'm kind of feeling that having that card there kind of makes her rather deceitful and indeed, gentlemen, a cheater, okay? Because she appears very flirtatious. And she might even have reddish type hair for some of you, okay? And she might even be possibly a detective or does detective type work, okay? Gentlemen, in this next card that we're going to look at in book, and it follows right behind that woman. So it shows that, gentlemen, there's probably more than likely a secret that you're going to discover about this woman this year if you haven't already. Or a secret is being withheld in some way. Gentlemen, this card, this book card, is certainly all about knowledge, as I said, and secrets. And it draws our attention once again to earth type signs. So this card says that this woman is in fact very intelligent, you know, educated, but she might be, as I said, hiding a secret from you. And more than likely, probably a love affair, okay? Because I feel this woman is very discreet, private, and reserved, and even with this card, gentlemen, a bit nearsighted, you know? She might even be a teacher, a writer, or a bookkeeper, or editor of some sort, or even a researcher, I'm kind of getting with this card. And gentlemen, your next card here, we have that ship card here. So, gentlemen, this card is certainly all about travel. It's all about, you know, adventure. And usually, gentlemen, it connects us to fire and air type signs. So this card says this woman appears to be a traveler, or she certainly likes to travel, or she's potentially, for some of you, of foreign descent, you know, Mediterranean, Asian, African, Spanish, you know, all of the different foreign types, nationalities, okay? But she's usually, gentlemen, someone that you certainly already know. Usually someone from whom you've been estranged, that's going to return to you in some way. And it appears, gentlemen, that even with this card, this might even be an internet or long distance type relationship, okay? Because I'm kind of getting that, you know, this woman has a lot of dark, exotic features for some of you. And I'm kind of feeling that she appears somewhat unstable. And again, gentlemen, she might even work on ships or a travel agent of some sort, okay? So, gentlemen, what I decided to do now that we've completed reading all of the Lenormand cards here that kind of appeared in your spread here, I wanted to add, well, I did add a few more oracle cards here to give you a bit more parting advice. Okay, we're going to go on and get started with Sylvia Browne's cards that I selected, and the message that she's sending by these two cards is that she's telling you, or the cards are telling you to, gentlemen, avoid being pulled in by people who kind of use you, and put you down, you know. And remember, gentlemen, that you can't expect something for, really nothing, really, especially when it relates to love. This card is kind of saying that you have to kind of give it out to kind of get it back, okay? The next cards I decided to select comes from Doreen's Virtues deck, the Romance Angels. And the two cards selected is first is, gentlemen, it seems to be time that you release your ex. The time has come for you to just stop dwelling on the past and try to get rid of various relationships of different people that you can't seem to stop thinking about. If they're not really serving your life any good, it's time to just release them. This is what this card is kind of suggesting to you. And the next card, gentlemen, is asking you to kind of keep an open mind, because this card is saying to you that when it comes to two people, particularly in relationships, when it comes to communicating, your soulmate might not always agree with everything that you're saying. This card is just saying, just keep an open mind and try to, see things from the perspective of, of your lover's side, or for your lover's point of view. Okay. I also decided to, gentlemen, to go on and select actually several cards from Doreen's Virtues Healing with the Angels deck. And the first one is that we're going to examine is that, gentlemen, it's time that you give yourself this necessary space and time to heal, to get yourself together, to prepare for the next step or the next level and where your romance is going to lead you to. And in doing so, gentlemen, meditation will certainly help. If you quiet your mind and still your spirit and just wait for the messages and trust. And trust, as we see here, the guidance that you receive. Because, gentlemen, guess what? Miracles are about to happen for you. And they're just right around the corner. And it looks like, certainly, gentlemen, a new beginning seems to be coming up for you. Particularly in your romantic situation. So it's asking you to kind of get ready for that. And just to piggyback off of other cards that I've already told you, I've also decided to go on and select two additional cards from Colette's Baron Reed, the Enchanted Map deck. And the two cards selected was Coming Apart and Unexpected Visitors. So the Coming Apart, gentlemen, is kind of telling you that, you can't control what has happened. Some relationships are just not meant to be, and it's time that, as this card is kind of telling you, it's time that you clean up the garbage and, release the excess, release things that really are not really working for you. This is kind of suggesting that maybe, a relationship or commitment that you wanted broke. It didn't really go like you wanted it to go. But maybe you might need to break a promise with someone you may have given extended and take the needed time to focus and heal prior to moving forward, okay? Because this card is telling you it's really time to kind of reassess, gentlemen, where you kind of want to go, And what seems to be also kind of, in lines with the miracle and the new beginning that seem to be happening for you, or that seems to be coming up for you. We also have this Unexpected, gentlemen, Visitors card. So that's kind of suggesting, gentlemen, that, unforeseen things are going to happen or are going to come up in your relationship, and it's going to surprise you. And it looks like it's going to be a surprising turn of events, gentlemen. So, gentlemen, this is what I have for you. I certainly hope that this reading has offered food for thought for you. And, gentlemen, if this reading has resonated, go on and give it a big thumbs up. If you have yet to subscribe, please take a few moments to subscribe. And, gentlemen, I'd like to go on and just give a few shout-outs to a few very awesome psychics that I've run across on here. You can go on and check them out. Star-Seeded Chloe. She's actually a Leo just like you guys, and her readings are amazing. Secret Tarot. I enjoy her reading. She's very accurate. Shonda Rise Live. She's an astrologist. She does very, very good readings. Luminant Libra Tarot. His readings are very good as well. Tarot from Beyond. I enjoy looking at and viewing her reading as well, okay? And we have Leo Sun Tarot as well as Empress, the Life Coach. Check them out, gentlemen, and see, what information or what insightful information that they would have to offer you as well. Gentlemen, thank you so much for viewing. And if you'd like to schedule a more personalized reading, you can certainly contact me at WAT61073 at gmail.com. Enjoy your day.